What are we gonna play though? Oh, squad deathmatch. That's what I like playing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You only level 3. I mean, clearly I had the game longer. Button it. Button it. Oh shit, I didn't click start. My fault, big bro. Hey, are you ready to play? Are you ready to start? Nah, bro. Sunlight. Okay, which one am I picking? Fucking mother. What am I? Am I the spotter? Yeah, I think so. How do I change? Shit. Construction building site. But how do I change the map to like the top of the corner? Like the bottom is like, ew. Yo, are we fighting in a big ass construction building? What? Oh, this. Nah, this game is. No, not yet, not yet. Foul kill streak. Bro, he's fiending. Yo, who killed him? I got 2 kills. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Ishta, where you are? Oh, I see you. How did you break yours? No, like, how did you break it? Like, actually, physically? Where? Oh! Yo, I just see my man get blown up. Oh shit, wait, what? Bro, I just took his gun by accident. I don't want this shit. Man. Tight shit, twin. Oh yeah, I cooked them. Yo, we gotta play with the SMGs, yo. The SMGs is low-key OD. No, for everything. I'm about to die. I'm about to die. Hey, stop. Hey, stop. Hey, stop. Come save me. Oh, bro, that nigga fucked me up. I popped my head up for 2 seconds and yo. A whole shotgun. Bow. Yeah, I'm cooked. Yo, Coco, what you doing, bro? Coco. Man, fuck is we? Thank you. It's time to die. It's time to die. Oh, I got cooked. Wow. You gotta be a medic, but out of everybody, he kills me? Come on, man. No. Ah, fuck, bro. It's like you reload once, bro, they start swarming your ass. Fuck me. Yo, he tried to blow my ass up. This nigga's crazy. Yo, somebody's just blowing shit up. I'm out of here. Nah, they blowing shit up, H-Star. Yo, what are you doing? What the fuck? Yo, that claymore does not work for shit. I'm telling you. We lost. Bro, I'm doing fine. Your ass only got 10 kills. You're in the bottom of the leaderboard. Yo, you saw all their guns? Them niggas got all the attachments already. Bro, they don't got fucking search. Oh, I got a suppressor. Let's go. No shit, Sherlock. Thank you for telling me something I didn't know. Basic site. Ads? Ads for what? Ain't no way you have ads on YouTube. That's wild world. But we started? Oh shit, we started. No fuck. Damn. No!
I need a medic!
Wow. I'm gonna change that whole system regardless, so don't even worry about that. Yo, right? My controller, I searched up on YouTube controller settings, but that video was too fucking long. I was not watching all that. I mean, I'm on PlayStation, so my shit's maxed at 120. Oh, I was about to pick you up, and then his man's backdoored me. No, H-Star, you got it. Why would he respawn, nigga? I was right here. Oh, there's somebody right there on the thingy. On the stairs. I feel like the grenades do not do shit in this game. Let me just be honest. Fuck.
Objective Charlie is under control. We have secured the lead.
Ah!
What mistake?
I bet. Shit. Bro, can I fucking reroll? Yo, I died because I jumped off. There's no way. There's no way I died because of that little ass fall. Get that, get that, get that. Yo, you really gotta move like the SWAT team on this game, right, A-Star? Yo. I bet. Come this way. Watch out, there's a grenade. Behind us. Watch out, you moving, nigga. Get behind cover before you die. Oh, there we go. No! Every time I reload, I get shot, boy. Hey, where you at? Let's go. Alright, we're gonna go through the same way. Oh, fuck. I just lost health. Oh, I got sniped. No, don't fight that. Let's go. That's a stupid. Okay, bad. Good shot. Clapped him. Oh, wait. I thought you respawned. My fault. Yo, it's not letting me pick you up. There you go. No, you don't gotta be a medic.
Come on.
Yo, I just picked your gun up, bro. This weak ass shit. Fuck. H-Dot, you're going ahead. Come this way. Let's go this way. This way. Cook. Get in here. Oh, that he hit us with the kapow, nigga. He hit us with that kapow, nigga. The Jew, that Jew I see. Well, we found Firebird's cousin. Come on, H-Dot, where you at? Here, we gotta go slower. Go slower here. You died, nigga? Oh, he wasn't even behind me, I bet. Why you lying? Me, I could be putting that shit fast as hell. That nigga put fast and fast. Yo, you could roll in this game. That's crazy. Like, you could parkour. Yeah, like, you could parkour when you jump off a high building, like a high spot. If you press the right thumbstick, you roll. Yo, how we bottom of the leaderboard, bro? I have 14 kills. Bro, but some nigga has 7 kills and he's ahead of me. Some nigga had 11. Some nigga had 10, 8. Like, how the fuck? Exactly. And you're ahead of me. Oh, I got a camo. What do you mean, how do you apply them? You go to the thing. Just do it before the game starts. Yo, you see how fast the game's low, nigga? Shit, like, nigga, you gotta wait like 30 years just to get one match. This shit is instant. Put a camo on my shit. Where my camo at? Bro, he said I had a camo. Like, they just scammed me. That's wild. I'm not in there yet. I'm through my gun. Yeah. Oh shit. Somebody's down. They're ahead. Oh. Yo, that smoke shit is low-key fire. I killed him. I came back for blood. His man's got back. Oh, yo, he hit me with the fucking pow, nigga. With that shaboing boing. He hit me with the shaboing boing. Oh! Nah, I refuse to believe these niggas could break them windows like that. Yo, twin, what you doing? Wow, he took my kill. Damn, yo. That shit just smoked my ass.
Enemy forces have secured an advantage.
Damn. Oh my, bro, how many bullets? Yo. Bro, I'm gonna cook this game. Damn. Wow. He hit me with the bow bow. Bro, like, what is this? Bro, what in the fuck, bro? Oh my. Yo, bro. Nigga said get that British. It's called Speed Hunters, buddy. That's what the building says. It's called Speed Hunters. That's what the job's name is as well. What server you're in, Des? You can answer my question. I'm playing 5M. How do you don't have proof? I said 5M, not what server I'm playing, so I'm just saying. We gotta get into details, you know, the facts. Details and the facts is what matters in this world. Yo, I did so bad. H-Star, what are you doing, bro? I really hate this nigga, like.
Will appear larger, they'll be easier to spot, but you lose a lot of your peripheral vision, and you won't be able to see nearly as much. First thing is the hold toggle options. We want to go to edit here, and for me, I personally like prioritizing reload. You guys might like something totally different, that's fine, but for me, the way I see it is I'm going to be reloading far more than I'm ever going to be interacting with anything, and therefore I want that reload to be as responsive as possible. I don't want to have to hold down the button to reload, and then if I want to interact with something like a zip line or something, for instance, then I just have to hold the button for that, and I'm not going to be doing that nearly as often. Then after that, a bunch of these settings are also redundant. They're going to show up in our controller settings, so let's just skip over to the controller settings. That's what most of you guys are here for anyway. And when you select controller settings, you'll see this screen, PlayStation, get into settings. actual settings that you want to get to here. And our primary focus is going to be on these infantry settings. And what I found with the full build of the game is I had to drop my aim sensitivity a fair amount compared to the beta, just because it feels very different from the beta for me at least. So I'm using 60. And this is our base aim sensitivity value that basically everything else after this is going to be based on. As for our field of view, I personally like 105. I find that's a nice balance. With FOV, of course, the lower you go, the more you're going to be zoomed in by default, which means targets at a distance will appear larger, they'll be easier to spot, but you lose a lot of your peripheral vision, and you won't be able to see nearly as much going on around you as if you had a very high field of view. Additionally, the thing I like about a higher field of view is it will give you the appearance of reduced recoil. The more you're zoomed in, the more movement you're going to be seeing when firing your gun. So this is another reason that many people like going with a bit of a higher field of view, even though it's purely visual. Now, let's talk about our vertical aim ratio. With this setting, it controls your vertical sensitivity versus your horizontal sensitivity. And if you want a perfect balance between the two, for the vast majority of you out there, you'll be playing on a 16:9 screen. If you want to get that perfect balance, 9 divided by 16 equals 0.5625, and therefore 56.2 or 56.3. That will give you essentially a perfectly balanced vertical versus horizontal sensitivity. Your aim will feel the same up and down versus left and right. For me, I've actually found dropping this value a little bit is more comfortable, so my vertical sensitivity will be a little bit lower. A lot of games do this by default. They already have this sort of multiplier built in, so vertical will be reduced. Because when playing an FPS game, generally speaking, you're going to want to aim left and right faster than up and down. And by lowering this value, I find it actually gives a little bit finer control over recoil control. Because that's where a lot of your vertical aiming is going to come in, is when you're trying to control recoil. So this is why, for me, I've settled on 45, but many of you guys may want that balance at 56.3. One thing I'll say here is I don't recommend going any higher than 56.3. It's really awkward to have a faster vertical sensitivity than horizontal sensitivity. I can't really think of any situation where that's something you would want to have. Now after that, let's talk about one of the most confusing settings for a lot of people when it comes to aiming. This is uniform infantry aiming. With this, if you leave this value on, what this system is essentially doing is trying to balance how your sensitivity reacts depending on the zoom level of the optic that you're using to try to give you a more consistent feel regardless of the zoom setting. Because if you don't have this on and you don't change any other settings, the more you zoom in, the slower your aim is going to be able to react, relatively speaking, in the world. So it's going to take you way, way longer to do a 360-degree turn with a high zoom optic compared to a lower zoom optic. And by default, this is set to 178. This is once again tied to the most common aspect ratio these days, which is 16:9, and 16/9 is 1.7 repeating, or 1.78. So that's why that value is set there. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that this is the perfect setting for you. And also, a common misunderstanding here is that when it's set to this sort of quote-unquote correct value for your aspect ratio, that you're going to have the exact same sensitivity feel with a low zoom optic versus a high zoom optic, and that's not the case. You will still be turning around slower with a high zoom optic compared to a lower zoom optic. So let's look at the other extremes. If you set this all the way down to 1, a very, very low setting, your sensitivity is going to be a lot slower, so you're going to be spinning a lot slower with a high zoom optic versus a low zoom optic. Whereas if we were to increase this coefficient all the way up to the maximum value of 300, this significantly reduces the gap, so your high zoom optic will react much faster, relatively speaking, to your low zoom optic. Although even with this value completely maxed out, you're still going to be turning around slower with a high zoom optic compared to a low zoom optic. It's just the gap between those two shrinks pretty drastically. So what does this mean for you? If you are going to be using this setting, it's really just going to come down to personal preference. I would recommend playing around on the firing range with different levels of zoom. So change your optic up, try to shoot some targets, and just find out what feels best for you. If it feels like the high zoom optics are reacting too slow, increase this value. If it feels like they're reacting too fast and you don't have enough control over your aim, then decrease this value. I think 178 is a good starting point to build from. And for many, it might be the perfect setting for you, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't consider making some adjustments to this value. Now, in saying all of that about uniform infantry aiming, I might be a little bit weird here. I don't like having this on. I just like making manual adjustments on a per zoom basis on my own. I think that's just due to my history of FPS gaming. I'm just much more comfortable not having a system in the background trying to do this for me, and I'd rather take full control over that for myself. So use it if you want, and I'd recommend maybe playing around with it a bit, but I leave this off, and we'll get into my deeper per zoom settings in just a little bit. But before we do that, I felt this video was the perfect time to announce my new controller partner, and who you like. I see no reason to not leave these maxed out at 100%. I mean, if you feel like it's too strong, sure, feel free to lower it, but I think for most people, they'll just want this maxed out. One thing that's worth noting, they still haven't removed the infantry aim assist zoom snap setting, even though that's not a setting that's actually active in the game. So just know that it doesn't matter what you do with that value, it won't change anything in game. And now let's talk about our aim input curves. With these, they determine how your sensitivity will accelerate or how it responds with input. So how fast will your sensitivity ramp up, for instance, with a little bit of movement on your stick versus a lot of movement on your stick. And while they don't show the graphs here, they do show the graphs for all of these in Battlefield 2042, so I'm just going to overlay them on right here so you can see what that acceleration curve looks like. And honestly, for most of these, they're basically the exact same thing. The average player wouldn't be able to tell the difference between these whatsoever, outside of the outliers like Battlefield Bad Company 2 or Linear, for instance. For me, I'm honestly just happy with Standard. It's a nice balanced curve, it works well for me, and I've been finding a lot of success with it. That doesn't mean you shouldn't play around with some other settings though. For some of you, you'll like something a bit different. Now, let's talk about our aiming left-right acceleration. With this, it only applies when you're aiming down sight, and it's determining how quickly your aim is going to ramp up to your maximum sensitivity value. So if you want to do a 180, for instance, it's not going to be determining your overall sensitivity for that full 180-degree turn. It's only determining how quickly you ramp up to get to that sensitivity value. And it might sound counterintuitive, but the lower this value is, the faster that acceleration is going to feel. So it'll feel a lot more responsive. However, you may find that you lose some fine control over your aim in that case, because it'll be too responsive for some people. Whereas with a really high value, it's going to react a little bit slower, a little bit more sluggishly to get up to your maximum turn speed given your sensitivity value. And for me, I find that to be too sluggish. And so what I've landed on is 25. I like it fairly fast, but not all the way down to 0, where it's just a little too responsive for my liking. And I just feel I lose a bit too much fine control there. Next up, scrolling down, we're going to skip over this slide setting because I'll get into the bindings in a little bit. Let's get into our infantry zoom aim sensitivity. And this is a value I would generally recommend lowering, because this determines how your aim is going to react relative to your standard infantry sensitivity that we set up already. This determines what happens once you aim down sight. And by lowering this value, you're lowering your sensitivity, but only when aiming down sight, which generally you want to do because that will give you finer control over your aim and your recoil control when aiming down sight, whereas without aiming down sight, it allows you to turn relatively faster. So if somebody gets behind you or beside you, for instance, you can come out of aiming down sight and quickly turn to react to that situation. So for me, for this value, I like setting that at 80, and then I make further adjustments on a per zoom basis. But before we get into that, we have our zoom transition sensitivity smoothing. If you leave this on, which is by default, if you're turning your aim while in the process of aiming down sight, it will gradually adjust your sensitivity from your hipfire sensitivity into your aim down sight sensitivity, which in this case, because we set ours at 80, it's going to be noticeably slower. So you'll notice a gradual slowdown while you're in the process of aiming down sight. If you turn this off, the moment you initiate aiming down sight, it will immediately give you your aim down sight sensitivity. And for me, I prefer that instant transition. It just feels more comfortable to me in this game, so I have turned that off. Now, when it comes to my per zoom sensitivity values, the way I handle this is for anything from a 1 multiplier up to a 2.5 multiplier, I like reducing this down to 0.75, giving me even more fine control over my aim and recoil control when aiming down sight. And generally speaking, with most regular full auto guns in this game, 2.5x is likely the highest I will typically go. However, if I want to get to that mid-range from a 3 zoom up to a 4 zoom, since I'm not using uniform infantry aiming, I find that my sensitivity just reacts too slowly, so I've bumped these up just a little bit up to 80. Then for 4.5 and 5, I just leave this at 100. And then finally, for 6x and up, I actually like increasing this value a little bit, because in these situations, I'm going to be using a sniper rifle. And with a sniper rifle, I don't need a lot of fine control over recoil. I need to just get onto target and pull the trigger. And I like having the ability to flick a little bit more. I also like having the ability to properly track targets that are moving perpendicular to me. And if I don't set this at a higher value, then I often find that I just can't keep up and track those targets because my sensitivity is way too slow. So that's why I actually increase these a little bit to make them snappier and more responsive. Now, if you are using that uniform infantry aim, you might not want to touch any of these zoom settings at all, but this is what I like doing because I feel like I just have full control over each zoom value. Now after that, my interact and reload prioritizes reload. We already talked about that. I don't use motion sensor aiming at all, and I don't use the flick look option. This is something you have to manually map, so it's not on by default anyway, but if you map this to a button, you will automatically do a 180-degree turn. And I don't interact and reload prioritize. I feel like I just have full control over each zoom value. Now after that, my interact and reload prioritizes reload. We already talked about that. I don't use motion sensor aiming at all, and I don't use the flick look option. This is something you have to manually map, so it's not on by default anyway, but if you map this to a button, you will automatically do a 180-degree turn, and this just allows you to tune those values. But again, like I said, I'm not using that option at all. Now let's have a look at our key binding. So this is the infantry passenger control mapping. We're gonna edit these, and a few settings that I've adjusted. One of the key things here is I swapped my ping button with my grenade button. So instead of ping being L1, grenade being R1, I swapped those. Just because when aiming down sight, I'm already holding down the left trigger, and therefore pinging while aiming down sight, which typically you are gonna be aiming down sight when pinging, it feels really awkward to also have to press a button on the left, so that's why I prefer this on R1, and then I don't mind my grenade being on L1. So that's a personal preference thing, but that made a really big difference for me, and I would recommend going that route for most people. After that, for both crouch and slide, I have these manually mapped to R3, so I don't have to take my thumb off the analog stick to crouch or slide, and that means I can maintain my aim while performing those actions. And then by default, that will overlap with melee, so I just swap melee to circle. Now after that, the only other thing I've changed here so far is my rangefinder zeroing if zoomed. With this, if you're using the rangefinder attachment on a sniper rifle, this is the button that will set the zero of your scope to the point that you're aiming at when you press this button. And by setting this to L3, this is my preference, the moment I hold my breath, that is also going to set my zero on my scope, and then I just have to put my sight right where I want my bullet to go and pull the trigger. Now, some people like mapping this to their aim button, so the moment they aim down sight, then it will also set their zero. The problem with this is sometimes you're aiming down sight a little off target first, or maybe you're transitioning from one target to the next. So I find this just gives a little more control, and that's why I like mapping it in that way. And that's it for the mapping changes that I've made. Now let's scroll all the way down here. You don't want to miss these settings at all. This is the controller tuning settings. These are absolutely vital to be adjusting. And with this, I don't like controller vibration. I find it to be an unnecessary distraction, so I turn that off. I also turn off my adaptive triggers entirely. Next, let's get into our dead zone settings, and we're gonna focus on our center dead zones first. This determines how much you have to move your analog stick before input is registered first entirely. Next, let's get into our dead zone. Turn that off. I also turn off my adaptive triggers entirely. Next, let's get into our dead zone settings, and we're gonna focus on our center dead zones first. This determines how much you have to move your analog stick before input is registered. And you definitely don't want to go too high with this value, because then it's going to feel like your controller is very unresponsive. Like it's going to feel like you've got a ton of input lag, because the first little bit that you're moving your stick will do literally nothing for you. In saying that, for many, you don't want to go too low with this as well, because then you will experience stick drift. And that's not a great experience as well. And to see if you have stick drift, just boot up the firing range, set your center dot where you want it, and then just don't touch your controller. Just put it down. If that dot, or if your aim is moving at all without any input, then you have stick drift. And I'd recommend setting these center dead zone values as low as possible without getting stick drift. Now for me, as I outlined earlier with my aim controller and the TMR sticks, I can set this value at literally 0, and you can see there is 0 stick drift whatsoever here. So that's a huge benefit. It's going to feel way more responsive because it immediately kicks in. There's no dead zone to be worrying about for that center dead zone. For most people with a standard style of analog stick, you're probably going to have this center dead zone setting around like a 2 to 4, somewhere in there, but it will depend on your controller. Now, let's talk about our axial dead zone. This determines how well you're able to stay on plane. So if I want to perform a perfect 360-degree turn without my aim drifting up and down a bunch, I want to set this value fairly high. The problem with that, though, is if you set this way too high, like at the maximum value, if you want to make an adjustment vertically to your aim while performing that spin, it's going to take a lot of vertical input on your stick to make that happen. And this can really harm you, especially with recoil control, because you want to be able to control that with fine adjustments to your stick. However, in saying that, going too low can also be detrimental, because at that point, it often becomes far too responsive, to the point where you find yourself just constantly having to make micro adjustments that you don't want to have to make. Oftentimes, we do want to spin on a perfect level plane, and we don't want our aim drifting up to the sky or down to the ground in the process. So there is a balance to be found here. By default, it's set at 6. That's a perfectly fine value. I actually like bumping this up just a little bit to 8. That's the value. A bit because it'll make movement feel a bit more responsive. Just a little bit. I dropped this down to 70. If you go too low with this, you will lose the ability to have a really controlled walking experience if you want to walk really slowly. But 70 feels really nice and responsive for me. Whereas on the right stick, I don't like lowering this value, and the reason behind that is you then lose range of motion, and this is your aiming stick, where you want to have as much range of motion as possible. So I do recommend leaving this one at 100. As for L2 and R2, I personally just leave these default. You may want to lower your max input threshold on these, but for me, I'm totally fine with them as is. And that finally wraps it up for all of the controller settings. However, I do want to go into some totally fine with them as is. And that finally wraps it up for all of the controller settings. However, I do want to go into some other key settings that I like making an adjustment to. So let's get into our graphics tab. Keeping in mind, I'm on PlayStation. This may look different depending on the platform that you're playing on. But for PlayStation, make sure you set this to performance mode, assuming you have a setup that's capable of getting greater than 60 FPS. Then for my field of view, as we said earlier, this is 105. I leave my weapon field of view at wide. And then let's talk about motion blur. I highly recommend turning these completely off. It may look a little more like cinematic and it might hide some performance hiccups here or there, but I find that you're also missing out on information because it's literally blurring the information on your screen. So I like turning those off entirely. Camera shake as well. It's cinematic, but not good for gameplay, so turn that as low as possible. It's a similar story with sprint camera bobbing. I want to reduce that motion as much as possible, so I actually turn this value on to reduce that. I also turn off chromatic aberration, vignette, as well as film grain, because all of these are, again, cinematic sort of things to make the game look cooler, but they don't make the game perform any better, and oftentimes they just make it more difficult to see what you're aiming and shooting at. As for interface and HUD, I like turning off infantry HUD motion as well as vehicle HUD motion. Again, this is just one of those things where I don't like unnecessary movement on my screen at all, so I turn it off whenever possible. Then let's talk about the SoViz filter a little bit. What this does is when turned on, it actually increases the contrast a little bit as well as the illumination on enemy character models, making them pop on your screen a lot more. So it's going to be a lot easier to spot enemies with the SoViz filter turned on. In saying that, it does give more of an unrealistic look to your gameplay experience because enemy players will literally have a bit of a glowing effect to them. And so if you want the game to look as realistic and immersive as possible, then you may want to turn this filter off. But for anybody looking for peak gameplay performance, you'll want to leave this on. As for our advanced HUD settings, I made a few adjustments here. The first thing is I turned my minimap to the large size. And the reason behind that is the minimap is an incredibly important tool, and therefore I want it to be really prominently displayed on my screen. Additionally, this one may be a little bit controversial. I like setting my view distance on foot to 250. What this does is it will zoom out my minimap quite a bit, allowing me to see more of the map at any given time. But the trade-off with that being zoomed out is I do lose a bit of that precision, especially in close ranges. For me, that's a trade-off I'm happy to make, but that may not be for everyone. And now let's head back a screen, and we're gonna get to icons and indicator. For my icon intensity, I like cranking this up just a little bit so I'm not missing out on important icons that are appearing. For me, I like 75, I don't like taking it way too far. Then we'll get into our HUD icon settings. And with this, something that I changed pretty much across the board is the icon opacity when zoomed or aiming down sight. I like dropping this value a little bit, so down to 80 for objective icons, same thing for friendly icons and squad icons. If I'm aimed down sight, I want these particular icons to fade away a little bit because at that point, I'm focusing on what I'm shooting at. I'm not focusing on where the objective is. I can focus on that when not aiming down sights. However, with enemy icons, I make sure that opacity is still at 100. By having this differentiation, this helps reduce the situations where you're aiming at an enemy player and you have a friendly that's across the map and you can see a blue dot where that friendly is, and it just happens to line up over the top of an enemy player as well. This just makes sure that that enemy icon really takes over and is displayed, remains static on the center of your screen. It doesn't move around as your character moves around. Then I actually like turning up my hit indicator intensity. That's 100% just a preference thing, but I really like making sure I see those hit markers displayed really prominently. Another key change I make here, I've seen a lot of people do this as well. I like turning my headshot color to a different color and something that stands out a lot, and yellow works really nice for me. And that's pretty much it for those settings as well. That now brings us into audio. And with this, I like turning down the Commander VO volume just so it doesn't take over any important gameplay audio that I need to hear, like footsteps, for instance. I also turn music volume off, but that's just because as a content creator, I'm often sitting in menus to record videos and I don't like having that music in the background. Then for the configuration here, I set this to headphones since I'm using headphones, and I like the high dynamics audio mix. I know a lot of people like using war tapes because it's a lot louder and maybe more immersive. It sounds like you're in a battle a little bit more, but you lose a lot of the intricacy of the audio by doing that. Whereas with high dynamics, you get as much separation there as possible, and I think that works the best, for me at least, as far as hearing all of the details that I need to hear. And with that, this just leaves us with one last setting I'd recommend adjusting, and this is in the system settings. If you scroll down to network, I would recommend turning at least your scoreboard ping on, so that way when you open the scoreboard up in-game, you can see what your ping value is, as well as other people's ping value. So if you end up in a match where you have a really high ping, for instance, then you can see that and leave. Now, if you want to take that to the next level, you could turn the network graph on as well, and this will show you in real time.
I'm hearing what? What do you mean? How much are they? It's okay. When that new business come in the city, they gonna go out of business. Yeah. Oh, I do gotta get that task script. Yo, H-Dot, you ready? H-Dot, you ready? Chop shop. We already have a chop shop. Money laundering. We already have money laundering. Like, yeah, I know these. I know this. This thingy. Watch, yo. You know how I'm gonna take all that money, H dot. Oh, Miyagi's on the Settle Corsa. Miyagi. Oh, he's in the call. Miyagi, you alive? Alright, 10 push-ups. Yo, H-Star, you ready to play, nigga? Alright, bro.
Playing this 12:43 p.m. October 8th is when I'm recording this video. So the day before it goes bye-bye. What do you guys think about Black Ops 7? I think it has potential. Not saying it's the best game. I'm not saying it's bad like people are saying. It's not, definitely not bad. I don't know if you guys didn't play the last couple Call of Duties, but the last couple Call of Duties have been completely mid. Like, it's been like, oh, I could play this for like a couple months, you know. It's a cool game. I feel like this is the first year where they're not gonna gain a bunch of new players because, you know, you got Battlefield going on. Right now, the cool thing to do right now, unfortunately, is to not like Call of Duty and shit on Call of Duty, which is understandable. I mean, they did it to themselves. Battlefield 6 is coming out. It looks promising. Everyone enjoyed the beta, even Call of Duty players. Treyarch is a little bit worried about their sales. Activision is definitely worried about their sales. So they've been listening. And I like that they're listening. I hate that it's been this long for them to start listening. But what are we gonna do? We can't complain about the fact that they're playing this 12:43 p.m. October 8th is when I'm recording this video. So the day before it goes bye-bye. What do you guys think about Black Ops 7? I think it has potential. Not saying it's the best game. I'm not saying it's bad like people are saying. It's not, definitely not bad. I don't know if you guys didn't play.
So last video I was looking at the 17 and 17 Pro and sort of coming to the conclusion that I thought maybe the 17 was the better value than the Pro model this year. But there's this other completely different model, which is maybe the most interesting to me because it's a totally different form factor. And that is the iPhone Air, Apple's new thin phone. I have another thin phone here. This is of course Samsung's version of the Air. Also very slim, which I don't know if it's gonna become a trend or last. This one's also super light. And Will, you've been using this, have you not? Okay, he says battery life, not the greatest, which is obviously going to be the case with any device that prioritizes thinness. So you're charging it a lot. And I don't know if that's really what people want, but definitely if you walk into an Apple store and pick this thing up, it's probably going to be impressive just because of how thin it is. Some level of appreciation for the engineers that are able to make these things happen and shrink them down and still make them strong, because apparently you can't really bend this thing. I mean, you can break it if you really want to, but apparently it's very strong. Let's open it up. Oh, by the way, we've also got the battery pack, and it made sense to include this because people are nervous about the battery life. So they have a dedicated iPhone Air battery working via MagSafe. So maybe this combination of things will be satisfied. Oh my goodness, yes. Extremely thin. It's kind of scary thin. I mean, it feels thinner than this one. It's super close. Just the way they've done the edge, no, it's thinner. Not including the camera section, obviously, where it jumps out a little bit. Feels futuristic, I'm not gonna lie. But is that gonna be worth the hit on battery life? Maybe for me, I don't even know. Look at this thing, wow. You know when you walk through IKEA and they've got those like props where there's supposed to be a TV or a desk and it's supposed to have a laptop on it, but the laptop is actually hollow? Well, it kind of has a prop-like feeling to it because it almost feels unrealistically thin. But it is here and it does exist, so there you have it. That's my reaction to it. There's nothing else in the box, just your cable with all the devices. It's a pretty nice braided cable, but you're getting no power brick or whatever, so you're bringing that on your own. So compared to the iPhone 17, I mean, it's a substantial difference there. Now, it's also a taller device, like a larger display. It kind of replaces the Plus model to a certain extent. Okay, well, that is booting up. Let's check out the battery. A fairly slim battery, which obviously makes sense. It's like got that soft touch coating to it, and it's just gonna slap on like this. Look at that. Perfectly fit Type-C and Type-C, usable like this, very usable like this. Now obviously we've talked about the potential drawback of battery life, but you've also only got a single camera system, so you're giving up your ultra wide, the 17, and then if you were comparing it to a Pro, obviously you're giving up your ultra wide and your telephoto. So this is available in 4 colors. What you're looking at here is cloud white. It's also available in black, light gold, and sky blue. Now, as with all the other iPhones, this is eSIM now. So speaking of eSIM, check out these guys. They're called Saily. So Saily is today's sponsor, and they're a new eSIM service app, and they're brought to you from the creators of NordVPN. What this is going to allow you to do is skip those roaming fees if you're a person who travels a lot. You download it once, install it once. You don't need to install a new eSIM for each country you're gonna travel to. All you gotta do is get to your destination, load up your app, and start using your service in that place. And if you have one of these new iPhones, which are essentially eSIM only, you're not gonna be buying a physical SIM in some of these places that you travel to. However, if you have a device that takes a physical SIM, sometimes in some of these places, there's scammers, and they're gonna sell you some bogus SIM card as well that might not end up working for you. Now, Saily's also got security features so you can browse more confidently. You can change your virtual location, block malicious ads, and stay safer with their web protection. Remember, Saily is a new project from NordVPN, and obviously obviously they have a history in this security and protection space. You get 24/7 support, and you can get a full refund if your device turns out to be not eSIM compatible, though the vast majority of modern devices are. This is an eSIM for Greece, 1 gigabyte starting at $3.82, 10 gigs, 18 bucks over 30 days. I mean, there's a number of them that you can choose from: Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, Croatia, Greece, Hungary, Iceland, Ireland, Italy. So if you're a person who travels a lot, you're probably overpaying for roaming fees and whatnot, give Saley a try. I'll have the details down in the description. Make sure you use the code UNBOXTherapy. You'll save 15%. UNBOXTherapy, save 15%. So something I want to compare is the display, because I found the displays to be great on both of these devices. So yeah, hopefully you guys can see these are both vivid, high contrast, obviously fast refresh. They're nearly uniform at this point from the 17 to the 17 Pro, but how does the Air compare? Ooh. Really nice. Air screen looks great. Honestly, kind of surprised. Okay, let's do a little spec comparison here. So the difference in scale, these two are 6.3 inches, and then the Air is 6.5 inches, so slightly bigger display. They're all labeled Super Retina XDR. They've all got ProMotion, and honestly, to my eyes, other than the difference in scale, they are extremely comparable. Same ceramic shield on the front, same water resistance and depth. The Air and the Pro both have the A19 Pro chip, whereas the 17 obviously does not. Battery life stated by Apple is 27 hours for the Air versus 30 hours for the iPhone 17 and 33 hours for the Pro. I don't know if you think that that is a good or bad thing. I mean, when you compare it to the Pro, obviously the Pro is, I mean, it seems like it's twice as thick. So I would say maybe on paper that's impressive if you can actually get the stated amount of battery life. Front camera's the same across the board. They've all got the 18 megapixel center stage. So here we just have the single unit 48 megapixel fusion camera system. This year it feels like there's a convergence of models where they have more in common than they do have differences, because the displays, which is really a huge component in your device and how you perceive it, extremely comparable. So I suppose the next consideration, or the next big consideration, is going to be cost. Starts at $9.99. And of course, in order to confuse you even further, Apple slots the Air right in between the standard model and the Pro. So it actually kind of goes like this in terms of cost. So we have starting at $7.99 for the 17, starting at $9.99 for the Air, and then moving to $10.99 for the Pro. So you're confused. It's all very complicated. It's hard for even someone like me to imagine which one I would like to use. I mean, my instinct tells me that I would go for the battery life, but there's something nice about experimenting with a new form factor and getting to the bottom of what those drawbacks actually are. But it would seem odd to pick a device with the least amount of battery life when it is such a huge and important focus for so many people. It's hard to figure out who the Air is actually for, beyond somebody who just wants this cool new science fiction style form factor. I have to say, holding it, it is not the most confidence inspiring thing because it is so sleek. I'm gonna try it with a later case on there. Maybe that helps a little bit, but then obviously this makes it slightly less thin. It's still extremely thin with this case on. Other things worth testing here, obviously the camera. Let's see here. There is Will 1X. Let me go for iPhone 17, Will 1X, crop, mega comparable. What about video? Let's see if this thing gets hot. Okay, Will, I'm now shooting 4K 60, audio coming from the phone. I'm gonna closer to you because you like to say hi to people.
Hello.
You don't. Very irritated today. There you go. Oh, wow. Pretty close focus. Now let it down. Boom. Same thing, Will, if you can. Hand in front of both of the lenses. I'll back it up just a touch. One more time. Again. Yeah. The Pro, like, looks more like a professional pull. It's a slower thing. And the selfie camera is gonna have the same benefit. Like, this is an area that they improved in big time with the square sensor. Essentially, it's like having two cameras or not needing to flip my phone. So, and the selfie camera in general just looks so much better. And even for my complexion, this one looks more boosted because the screen, but it's pretty close. Maybe a little more pink over here. I think this year, at least so far, it seems to me that this is a convergence of models from a performance perspective. Camera performance, display performance, even battery performance. I guess that you do have a gap, but it's not enormous. It's a convergence, and it makes choosing the right device out of the bunch a little bit complicated. Let me listen to the speakers on here. Seems to be most interested in, rightfully so, because
What's the best monitor size per game? Let's talk.
got the new iPhones, and there's an orange one this year, which everyone seems to be, people were skeptical back. All right, so I found the biggest difference is the sound. Those two sound very similar, slightly different, a little more low end on the Pro. But then when you get to the Air, and I showed this one off, it's obviously not as powerful. You do have this glass panel. Yeah, you take a hit on sound too. So that's interesting and worth noting. You tell me, like, if you're one of these people that's extremely excited about the Air or gonna buy the Air, I'm curious what your reasoning is or what it is that's most appealing. I think for a lot of people, it's just gonna be the feat of engineering, the fact that, like, and this thing is strong too. I'm not even gonna bend it really. You can break it, but it feels shockingly sturdy for something that's this thin. I feel like I could break it. I mean, I feel like I could. I retire from that. I'm not in that game anymore. But it's still, regardless, even just to do that and feel how sturdy that is, there's definitely like a rigid structure in there. And titanium is fantastic, and it feels a lot different than what you have from Samsung. This thing feels lighter, impressive in its own way, but it for some reason just doesn't feel quite as sturdy. So you know what? Don't worry, Will. I know you're using this one right now. I don't think this is going to be a big change in the marketplace, honestly. I don't think all of a sudden everyone's going to be racing to the thinnest phone. It's cool as an extra option for somebody, but I do think it's worth noting that in the other categories, the phones have actually gotten fatter and people have become more inclined towards battery life, even at the cost of form factor. It's because these things are now doing everything for us. These are like our main computers, and so that means battery life has like rose to the top in terms of attributes that are important and worth considering. So as a feat of engineering, I think it's extremely impressive, but I think the vast majority of users are going to be better served by something thicker and having more battery life. Probably the recommendation still stays at the 17 standard, but it is cool. And if you're an early adopter or somebody who really appreciates design and kind of the fringe or the edge of design, you can go this direction, and you can pick up this thing too. Maybe you're okay. You can see the battery life of the pack and the device. Oh, and also it will work through the case too. I think some people were wondering if that was going to be the case, so yeah, charges right away. Oh, and Will is curious whether or not this battery is going to work with his Samsung. Yeah, maybe you have to do it like this, right? I mean, this is not really practical, Will.
Just forget about it.
Forget. Will says just forget about it. I mean, I did get it to charge for a split second. It's really made for the Air, because even if you look at these smaller, I mean, it just doesn't. So that's a tough one to buy too, because then you're like, I can't even help my friends out. With any other power bank, I'm helping my friends out. Do you know what I'm saying? And I got a display that shows me how much battery I have on it, and I have a built-in cable. I can even help Will out. Need a charge? Let me know in the comments, which iPhone are you buying in 2025? Is it going to be the Pro, the Air, or the Standard, or none? So last video I was looking at
Hello and welcome to the Sickooooo channel, and today we're going to be building a very good and
very fast $1,200 gaming PC that should be pretty easy to build. So if you want to spend a little bit more on a PC that'll run your favorite PC games at 1440p, 240 FPS or above, no questions asked, all the while being able to stream to Twitch or YouTube, edit your favorite video content in a nice tidy package, then I think this PC should be a really good PC to build. So with all that said, I'm gonna show you how to put together step by step the parts going inside of it, how to install Windows and drivers on it, its 1440p gaming performance, and then ultimately if you should build this $1,200 gaming PC, which looking at the parts right now, I think you're gonna wanna do. And fortunately, I've made it easier for you guys to actually wanna build this through my PCbuilds.gg link in the description down below, where I have all the parts you'll need to assemble this PC at the lowest prices possible. And that isn't just for US, but also for Europe and even Australia. So do check out that if you want to learn more about this PC, but otherwise, let's go ahead and show you how to put it together. All right, so the items you'll need to build this PC are a pair of scissors, a Phillips head screwdriver, one like on this video, that is a requirement, gotta do that. In addition to having a USB flash drive for our Windows bootable media device when we finish building the PC and decide to install Windows on that for the first time, which I've got a full tutorial on how to do this in the description. We'll worry about it later. Otherwise, for the motherboard and processor, I'm going with the Ryzen 5 9600X. But note, you don't need this exact CPU to make this PC work. If you want to go with a Ryzen 7 CPU or even a cheaper Ryzen 5 7500F, you could use basically whatever you want, because for the motherboard, I've got this B850 Gaming X Wi-Fi from Gigabyte, which can support pretty much any CPU you want other than like the highest end 9950X3D when overclocked. And yes, you also don't need this exact motherboard. Heck, I may have something different linked in the PCbuilds.gg link in the description down below. It could be from a different brand, but really as long as it is ATX and B850, it's gonna work in this PC. So yeah, I should say the only reason why I went with this is because our graphics card is also Gigabyte. So I just wanna go with Gigabyte on Gigabyte. That's the only reason why I'm going with this. Otherwise, I could be using an ASRock, MSI, or Asus board, but otherwise, go ahead and open this up. We've got our Wi-Fi antenna. You're gonna need that. Some other things, we won't need these, but go ahead and take out the motherboard. All right, we're gonna keep this off to the side somewhere. Oh, but look at this. With any motherboard you choose, no matter the brand, you're gonna get some sort of helpful little starter guide showing you where to plug in what on this motherboard in addition to the motherboard manual. So as you can see here, this shows you how to install a CPU socket in case you didn't want to watch this video, or even how to install the front I/O and properly plug in the CPU power cables. So that is all to say, in addition to scanning any QR codes you were given inside the motherboard box, if you're confused with where goes what on the motherboard, refer to the motherboard manual. Most motherboard manuals are provided now online, so you have to download them on your phone, but again, no different than the real thing. It just shows you where
way smoother
motherboard
now.
and ultimately what to do with it. So if you have any other questions that aren't answered in this video, refer to the manual. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and install our CPU onto the motherboard. All right, so
I got stick drift on the right stick. No, that was an A-star. But there's no way they make it 15 mil. Like that's just not even possible. Right? They just want profit. They don't even want to like fucking. They just want straight profit. That's what keeps it in. That's what keeps you in the game. If y'all just get millions, yeah, that's why it gets boring. If you literally start from the bottom, nigga, and then you gotta like fucking trap your way to the top, yo, that shit gonna be lit. Probably some guns and shit. My fault. I'm in the gun thing. Greatly reduces recoil. But where's my camo? Like, I thought I had a camo. I'm live. I got y'all muted though. Go to my Twitch and my YouTube, nigga. Fuck you mean? You said that already, gang. But like I like the peacefulness. The peacefulness was, you know. No, Corey. I'm trying to find. I thought you said he was done betting. The fuck? Right? He don't even give me no parlays or nothing. So you got parlays? You got the good ones? Who the fuck just sneezed? Nah, I'm fucking dead. Tell him I said bless you. Oh wait, I don't even. That's the little one. Yo, how do I make the recoil smaller? I'm dead. Bro, how do I check the gun, bro? Wait, let me just search this shit up. I'm taking too long. Update for what? Are you back? Let's go. H-Dotty, you ready? H-Dotty, are you ready? Yo, I literally just put this map back on and we're already playing it. That's how they be now. You can get the PS Vita too with all the games on it. Yeah. And you could get like colored ones too. Them should be looking fire. It's like an orange one. Yup. You can get them for like 200. Yeah. But like you could just get a Switch low key. But a Switch is like, it don't really got good games on it. Except like Mario and shit.
Objectives confirmed. Move out and secure.
Nigga, this shit feel way smoother, but it's fucking fast. Holy shit.
Objective Charlie is under control.
I'm gonna go for the sensitivity. Is it this? Put that shit to like 50. Oh, I got blasted, boy. What you talking about, Nick? Oh shit. One motherfucker. It's up. Where you at? It's up. I got jumped, bro. This is outrageous. Oh my, yo, H-Star, it feels so much better. Cause before I felt like I was like, yo, it felt like a wild ass. Like I feel like I was restricted, like one player couldn't move. Oh. H-Star, let me up, please. H-Star, please. H-Star. Oh, never mind. It's like, yo, they all up in there, bit. That's cap because he would have said you was on a 5-win streak. I mean 5-kill streak. Oh, you really a lying that nigga. You really a lying that nigga. Why you lying? Yo, H-Top. This shit feel like, that's what I'm saying, right? It feel like God.
Objective Bravo has been secured.
Nah, son, this is lit. Before I felt like I was moving like a snail, bro. Damn, that nigga just blasted my shit. Okay. Right now I feel like I got some played. Cause especially with the turning, like the turning, it felt like it was locked. Like you couldn't turn for shit. But now I'm like, it's like butter. That nigga cooked me. Not really. We could just watch the same video. That nigga just rushed your ass. That's crazy. Yeah, I got jumped. Wow. Next time you wanna play the big game mode? Yeah, the MP5 is OD. I was using that shit. Right there, they stop. Oh, fuck. I tried to ping like if it was COD, bro, and I... Oh, I got to set him with a headshot. Oh. Right, that nigga internet wouldn't even be on. As soon as it's raining, bro, that nigga internet out of there. Why you lying, bro? It said does, because it literally happened like 500 times. Where they at? Oh, we're playing domination, yo. I'll be forgetting, okay. Y'all put the map on large? I just hate how it's in the corner. Like, why can't I put that shit up? Ishta, go to C. Wow, it's because they had a shotgun, bro. That's why I like using the AR nigga, but I'm out right now. No, it depends on your class, cause I don't use the assault nigga. I use the scout, so I can't use the shotgun. Frag out! I'm gonna pull up out of here.
Alright, objective Charlie secure. Our strategy is failing. Find a way to turn this around.
What? Get the fuck out of here! I'm gonna go A. Oh, okay. That nigga H has 17, boy. Damn, H Dotty, that's how you feeling? H Dotty. Yeah. Let me see what the Phantom Edition brings. Oh, you got a melee knife weapon skin, 2 weapon packages, 4 soldier skins, weapon skin, dog tag, weapon charm. I'm about to get that. Now I feel like COD is smoother though, for sure. I mean, now it feels like COD, but because with Battlefield, you gotta like adjust mad shit for it to feel smooth as hell. Like a niggas literally had to watch a 20-minute fucking video just for it to be smooth. Hell yeah.
Objectives confirmed. Move out and secure.
Are we in the same map? This is why I took that map out, because this dead ass gonna be the only map we play, bro. Nah, because you could select which maps you play, right? As soon as I took this specific map out, I started playing all the other maps.
Return to combat.
It's like they only picked this shit. Oh shit. Oh my, yo, I was cooking them.
You're exiting the combat zone. Turn back now.
Fuck, bro. Fuck, I forgot to customize my shotgun. But I'm gonna take this out. Just put the FPS counter on it, so. Okay. Ooh! You got busy with that shotgun, boy. Hey, stop. Where do you wanna? Let's go see. Pull up C, hey, stop. I wonder how you could, if you could change that button. I'm at A. Nobody seems to be here.
Enemy forces have secured an advantage.
I'm coming. Come on. Oh, that nigga got you. I'm quick. That's that medic, boy. That's that medic in him, boy. Yo, let's just stay here at A, cause this is like the main one. Okay. So we could go B. And I just died. Fuck. Hey, stop. Hey, stop. Oh, that nigga died. Yeah, you got cooked. I'm not gonna lie, man. Yo, they took C. I'm going to C. Yo, am I bugging? Or I barely see people.
Objective Charlie is under control.
Down there. Alright. Wow, nigga, I was just smoking them right now. Like I was just spawn trapping them. Wow.
The enemy have maintained control.
This nigga just camping, okay. Wow, there's no way I didn't hit that nigga in the head. What, man? Damn.
Our troops have captured Charlie.
Hey, stop. Revive me. Revive me. Revive me.
I knew you had my back.
Oh, you died? Hey, that nigga.
Stay with me.
The fuck I look like seeing the map? I gotta see what's in front of me. Oh, you call out. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Have my back.
Got him.
Let's go.
I got no more bullets, bro. How do I get more bullets? Oh, damn, my thing is stop shooting. Oh, shit. Thank you. Oh, it didn't even matter. You wanna play the big game mode, or you wanna keep playing like domination and team deathmatch? Bro, you gotta get the Phantom Edition, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, like the loadout? Nah, you doing good with the support, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, you could put a DMR? Nigga, I got the DMR. Hold on, I gotta change my buttons though, cause that shit's weird. Gameplay, controller. Hold on, map that shit. Gadget 1. Melee takedown. You could go on 5 out. I do support the server by 7 right? You gotta get on that bullshit, nigga. Fuck, nigga. Yo, how do I customize the buttons, bro? I hate that gadget 1 is that button. I thought that should be L1, bro. How do I change it? Mother. Yeah, I'm about to piss. I'm about to piss off it. Controller tuning. It's not here. Zoom, other, skip, revive, yes. Click, look, no. How do I change my keybinds, man? Please. Help me. Mount break, peak tie. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, my friend. I'm gonna just search this up, bro. It's gonna take too fucking long searching all these settings. How to change
so you have to download them on your phone, but again, no different than the real thing. It just shows you where to plug in what on this motherboard and ultimately what to do with this. So if you have any other questions that aren't answered in this video, refer to the manual. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and install our CPU onto them.
Okay, but what I recommend you do is that use the keybinds in Battlefield 6, okay? This is gonna allow you to customize your controls to your liking.
Yeah.
Both console and PC. Alright, so the first step is go to controller in here, and you can see basically here the default layout, which is called, you know, basically default, okay? And if you scroll through this menu, you're gonna have the controls for different things. Here on this little menu, edit presets, and you know, the
I'm in the main
has
screen.
actually created different, you know, layouts, different, you know, controls.
What screen are you on is the real question. Yeah, I'm on literally the main screen. I'm in the lobby. I'm in the lobby with all the tutis.
Legacy and so on and so on. Okay.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to...
Yo, that gun is tough. We gotta level up, bro, so we can start using these crazy ass guns. Now, you know what? I'm gonna just do it the PS5 way. Fuck it. Fuck it. We're doing it the PS5 way. Yo, I'm about to buy that fucking fan. Let me see what that shit brings and stuff. Phantom upgrade. What in the fuck? Phantom upgrade at Battlefield 6.
Hey guys, Logan here. This video was sponsored by EA. Thank you for inviting me to the big thank you to EA. With the amazing reveal of Battlefield 6, the interest of the game is through the roof. The game will be released on October 10, and that's not far away. And we got the beta starting really soon. You know, the early access goes live on August 7th till 8th, and after that the beta goes live. And that's the first time that the community can get hands on the game and just try it, and I know many people gonna enjoy it. In today's video, we're taking a closer look at that Battlefield 6 Phantom Edition and what's included in that and stuff like that, you know, and also that pre-order bonus. So let's go. Okay, so here you have the Phantom Edition. Looks really cool to me. Phantom, you know, being a callback to the Phantom program in previous games. So if you get the Phantom Edition of Battlefield 6, this is what you're gonna get. The base game, of course, the main game, and a Battlefield Pro token that will grant you a Season's Battle Pass, 25 tier skips, and exclusive unlocks, and some more additional stuff. Also, this Phantom Squad cosmetics for 4 soldiers looks awesome, and the shrouded weapon package and the drop.
Oh, that shit look tough.
Phantom Squad cosmetics for 4 soldiers.
You got 4 niggas that is like dressed in all black, right?
Additional stuff.
You got a pro token. All right, you can see it.
Yeah, called back
So
to
you got
Phantom
4
programs
niggas
in
dressed in
this
all
game.
black.
So if
You
you
get
get the
these dope ass
Phantom Edition
guns.
of Battlefield 6, this is what you're gonna
And you get a battle pass.
Base
Yo, there's a
game,
battle pass? What the fuck?
main game, and a Battlefield Pro token that will
You said what? So it says 25 tier skips and instant unlock.
grant you a season's battle pass, 25 tier skips, and exclusive unlocks, and some more additional stuff. Also, this Phantom
Look. Niggas dressed in all black. That shit tough.
Squad cosmetics for 4 soldiers looks awesome, and the shrouded weapon package and the drop shadow weapon package both looks really cool. For a knife here you get a skin, and also for the SEP V3 Abrams tank.
So it's basically the
Finish
battle
it, get
pass.
this tombstone pack. We'll get a card called
That's why it costs $30. Cause I know damn well 4 skins should not be fucking all that, bruh. To be honest. We're gonna play that big game on, cause I want to snipe. Browse modes. Okay, which one is this one? Medium scale battles. Infantry only. Domination or King of the Hill. Fight, capture. Yes. All out warfare. Oh yeah, we playing this one. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Yo, oh, let's go in the bikes. Let's go in the bikes. Get in, get in. Yo, get in. Wait, hold on. Let me switch that. I'm gonna switch to a sniper. Why is it not letting me switch? What the hell? Whatever.
We now control objective Foxtrot. We need attack support on the marked objective. Enemy target!
Yo, this shit lit. You can't even lie. Okay. Oh, right. That nigga don't fuck with us. Oh, shoot! Start shooting it! Oh, shit. We got... No, we got drilled on. Hold on now. No, why they do us like that? Yo, I just changed my control. Wait. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm making my class right now. I don't know what I want to use. Fuck it. I'm use sniper. Secondary. Hey, no, I want to be recon. Yeah, I'm using sniper. Shotgun. Should I do shotgun? Okay, save it. Alright, how do I get spawn on H dot?
Objective marked. Support the attack.
Oh, you're in a helicopter? Okay. Man, we in a helicopter now. Yo! Did this nigga just throw himself? Okay, that nigga clearly don't know how to draw. H dot, I gotta go to the tallest building, bro. I'm gonna start sniping. They still on me.
We have secured more objectives.
Got his ass.
Defend that objective. This is our objective. Take it.
They shot. Let me know when he pulls up.
Our forces hold the majority of objectives. We are close to taking ground.
Let's move. Bravo for you.
We out of here. Go that.
Take this objective.
It's the fact that this man of our guys in front of us, and they just let him pass by.
Objective marked. Support the attack.
Let's go.
We have neutralized Alpha.
Come on, Lisa, let's go.
Enemy attack is underway on Foxtrot.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get hurt.
Seize objective Foxtrot.
But why does this should just be getting hit markers, bro?
The enemy has secured more objectives. Let's strike back.
There's a bunch of them in front of us.
The enemy are attacking Echo.
Where you at? Where you at? Pull up.
We have regained control of the objective.
Wow.
Troops have captured Charlie.
You start reviving me. Come over here. Never mind, he got me. I say he got me.
Hostiles are attacking objective Echo. Attack support is needed on the mark.
Oh my, yo, what? This fucking.
Let's move.
Oh! Damn, the tank got me, bro. I'm gonna D.
Our attack on Foxtrot is in progress.
Gosh.
All units, heavy armored vehicles are ready for deployment.
My shit got stick jig off. Stick jig, bro. What the fuck, man? Damn. Oh. Yeah. Yo, I'm about to get in the tank, bro. I'm getting tired of this shit. Yeah, that's yo, I keep dying to tanks, bro.
Enemies are attacking Delta. Attack helicopters are stripped and ready for combat. Our troops are attacking Charlie.
Damn, yo, y'all smoked that helicopter. Yo, what the fuck? That shit fire. Yo, H-Dog, I'm sniping from the roof right now. You should have got a sniper. There's another one down there. Fuck, that stupid ass helicopter. I gotta eat, bro. Damn.
Move to attack the marked objective. Light armored vehicles prepared and ready to go.
The enemy now control more objectives.
Alright, H-Dog, I'm gonna go eat. Be back.
We're attacking objective Delta.
We've neutralized.
Hey guys, Logan here. This video was sponsored by EA. Thank you for inviting me to the big Battlefield 6 reveal event over in LA, where I got to record all of this amazing footage. Thank you to EA. With the amazing reveal of Battlefield 6, the interest of the game is through the roof. The game will be released on October 10, and that's not far away, and we got the beta starting really soon.
Today I'm reacting to your Crown Jewel 2025 Hot Take. Hot Takes is a weekly video series where I give you all a platform to be able to voice your thoughts, whether those are good thoughts, bad thoughts, or everything in between about the world of professional wrestling. So if you'd like to be featured in the next episode of Hot Takes, make sure that you're following me over on X because I ask for your hot takes there after every episode of Raw, SmackDown, and every single WWE Premium Live event. We also include Saturday night's main events in these as well, which by the way, the next one would be Saturday night's main event on November 1st, so keep that in your schedule as well. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications. If you're a wrestling fan, I know that you're going to fall in love with this YouTube channel because we always upload daily wrestling content. And you've still been getting daily wrestling content, even though I'm coming up on the second week of being abroad on the other side of the country here on my Japanese vacation. That's how serious I am about daily videos, all right? Rain, shine, vacation, New Year's, Christmas, it doesn't matter. You get your daily video here. Which, by the way, I understand that this isn't my regular office, but can you guys please stop calling this the casting couch? All right, that's enough. Let's see what you guys said. Stephanie Vaquette is proving herself as a legitimate champion, and we shouldn't downplay Tiffany Stratton either. She's got a bunch of title defenses under her belt. There was no better way to do it than to have Stephanie Vaquette win. Let me actually take your statement one step further and say that not only was Stephanie Vaquette winning the correct choice, but in my opinion, it was the only available choice, because had Tiffany Stratton won this match, I genuinely believe that it would have done irreparable damage to Stephanie Vaquette's Women's World Championship reign before it even really got going. Here's an interesting little factoid about Stephanie Vaquette's Women's World Championship reign. Did you know that this match at Crown Jewel between Stephanie and Tiffany was Stephanie Vaquette's first singles match ever since she won the Women's World Championship at WrestlePalooza? So imagine she goes out there in her first match as Women's World Champion, and she's ending up looking up at the lights, getting pinned, and taking a loss. It would have been a terrible look and an awful way to start a Women's World Championship reign, to the point where I don't think you can build a legitimate Women's World Championship reign if that's your first impression. So I think they made the right call. On top of that, like you say here, Tiffany Stratton already has several championship defenses under her belt. She's won several feuds, so her taking this loss here doesn't do anything to damage her already existing championship reign. I will say I'm a little bit surprised that this was a squeaky clean victory for Stephanie Vaquette, not so much as a ref bump or a ref misdirection, nothing, just a straight up clean match, and I was pleasantly surprised by that. But again, I say, not only was Stephanie winning the correct choice, I genuinely think it was the only choice. Props to WWE for booking Crown Jewel in a way that was predictable yet didn't feel phoned in. I wasn't sure if they'd bounce back after the stinker that was WrestlePalooza Snooze Fest, but they put on 5 great matches, most of which had storylines and actually felt like they mattered. I do think that WWE should get kudos here for taking a lot of the feedback of what was, like you said, a stinker of a show in WrestlePalooza and following it up with what I thought was a genuinely fantastic show in Crown Jewel. It's not easy to bounce back like that. And not only did they bounce back from a terrible show that was WrestlePalooza, they did it on a Crown Jewel, a show that is designed for WWE to just phone it in. And this year they decided to not phone it in, to actually put in some decent effort into building matches that they could genuinely get away with having no build with the Crown Jewel matches. And yeah, sure, AJ Styles versus John Cena didn't have a single second of build, but I promise you, not a single soul on this planet is complaining about that because of how absolutely mind-bendingly good that match was. And yeah, was it predictable? Sure, I would agree. I think the results of this show were, for the most part, fairly predictable. I feel like if you're able to connect some dots as a WWE fan, you could have pretty easily predicted pretty much every single outcome of the show. But I've always preached on this channel for the last several years that predictable doesn't always mean bad. Sometimes unpredictable for the sake of just being unpredictable, for the sake of creating a shock that doesn't actually make sense, is a terrible thing to do. Sometimes, say it with me folks, because we've been saying it for a long time here on this channel, it's okay to let 2 + 2 = 4. Easily the best WWE premium live event of 2025 in my opinion. Okay, so I agree that Crown Jewel 2025 was a very, very solid show, and a lot of people are calling this the best show of the year. It's not just me saying it, it's Samir saying it, it's Sports Illustrated that's saying it, but I firmly believe that Evolution was the better show. Both of these shows were like solid from beginning to end. There were no lulls, there were no bad matches. However, you want to know the key difference between Crown Jewel and Evolution? Evolution had 7 matches. So had Crown Jewel had a couple of extra matches, had they put Damian Priest versus Aleister Black on this card, then maybe I might be on the bandwagon that this was the best show of the year, but I still have to give it to Evolution. Cena versus Styles is the best match of John Cena's farewell tour, and it's not even close. Everyone expected this to be good, but it still exceeded the expectation. I want to focus on that last little bit. It exceeded expectations. I do believe that expectations were high, dare I say. I think that people had way too high of expectations for this match because, well, let's face it, these guys are pushing 50 and they are nowhere near in the same physical prime that they were when they last faced off against each other in 2017. So in my mind, I felt like there was no chance in hell that they were going to be able to replicate the same physical magic that they were able to in their iconic 2016-2017 feud. So I actually had my expectations quite tempered going into this, but I knew it was going going to be fun. I knew that these guys were going to find a way to make this special. But what I didn't expect were for them not just to make it special, but to maybe make it the greatest love letter to professional wrestling fans that I've ever seen. Is this the best match of John Cena's retirement tour? I have to absolutely say yes. And I love the Cody Rhodes match at SummerSlam. I love the Randy Orton match at Backlash. I love the Logan Paul match at Clash in Paris. I loved the match against CM Punk at Night of Champions. There's been some really great matches that have really gotten me excited in this John Cena retirement tour, but this AJ Styles match, good lord, this was generationally good if you ask me. So when it comes to expectations, oh my god, yeah, they completely fucking shattered those. Cena versus Styles was the best match of the year. This is going to be a really interesting conversation, especially when we get closer to the end of the year, because I believe from an in-ring perspective, like the physicality, there are better matches, and I immediately point to the women's triple threat match between Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 41, and Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky at Evolution. However, even though I would personally say that both of those matches, from like in-ring choreography and from A to B, are the better in-ring affairs, I don't think that they're the better wrestling match, because wrestling is more than just about what moves people do. It's about the emotions that the thing that you are watching elicits from you. And I can tell you with confidence that I have never gone through the roller coaster of emotions that John Cena versus AJ Styles put me through. I was laughing, I was smiling, I was tearing up, I was sad, I was getting goosebumps. Every emotion that you can feel while watching a wrestling match, I genuinely felt. Hell, there was a point where AJ Styles, close to the end of the match, hits a clean, phenomenal forearm, and I just accepted that that was going to be the end of the match. I was willing to accept AJ Styles beating John Cena in this match because the match was just so damn good that I believe that AJ Styles deserved the win at one point. But yeah, the emotions that this elicited from me, the callbacks, the nostalgia, and nostalgia is a hell of a drug. Is this a bunch of fan service? You goddamn right that it is. It is cheap fan service at the end of the day. It's cheap, but it was earned fan service. It was earned fan service because these guys earned the ability to deliver fan service, because both of these guys have 20+ year careers with legendary feuds spanning two major wrestling organizations in TNA and WWE. If there's a set of guys that is allowed to rely on nostalgia, if there's a set of guys that is allowed to rely on cheap pops, like doing a bunch of finishers from other dudes, it's these two guys. This is earned cheap pops, ladies and gentlemen, and I loved every second of this fan service filled match. It is now my favorite match of the year. Again, I want to clarify before we move on that favorite doesn't always mean best. WWE did Rio and the Kabuki Warriors dirty by having them fight after Cena versus Styles. I completely zoned out for the tag match. I feel like Cena should be main eventing any show he is on because he saps so much energy from the crowd in a good way. Well, sometimes in a bad way, because that crowd was completely sapped out of their energy and care after John Cena and Brock Lesnar went out there and put on one of the biggest stinkers of the year. So it's not always in a good way. But yeah, I did feel bad for Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and the Kabuki Warriors because, by the way, they went on to put on a hell of a match, a fantastic match to the surprise of absolutely nobody, because the talent in that tag team match was out of this world. But you're right, having to follow that up, having to follow this roller coaster of emotions that John Cena versus AJ Styles took that arena on, took the millions of people watching at home on, it was hard to be able to reset your brain to go back to watch something that's a little bit more traditional, more of what you're used to seeing on a PLE or on your regular 2025 professional wrestling show. Because what we watch between John Cena and AJ Styles, and I know that this is an overused term, it really was once in a lifetime. We're probably never going to see something like that ever again. So to have to follow this up, it is genuinely an impossible task. But somebody had to follow it up, because I actually disagree with you. I don't think that this match should have main evented. I mean, with the power of hindsight, sure, you can say this should have main evented because it was so damn good and people are pretty much exclusively talking about this match. But I think that they made the right call having the men's crown jewel match main event in Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, because those are the guys that are at the top of the business right now. Those are the guys telling the major stories week in and week out. And John Cena and AJ Styles had literally no interaction going into this show. But yeah, dude, they went on and put on just way too good of a match to follow up. This is the first time Cody used his super crossroads since AEW, and it looked beautiful. By far, Cody belongs in the top 10 in-ring workers right now in WWE. Okay, I want to focus on this super crossroads. You're right, we haven't seen this in the WWE yet. That was an awesome moment. You would think that they would have saved this move for Cody Rhodes to actually win the match with it. I think personally it was kind of ridiculous that Seth Rollins kicked out of this damn thing, considering it's this very move that's already put him away 3 times before, and now the super version of it all of a sudden doesn't put him away. I kind of put a question mark on that. Am I being a little bit of a nerd? Am I being a clutching my pearls wrestling nerd right now? A little bit, but come on. I do think that with Cody Rhodes pulling out this move for the first time in WWE, that it should have been to pick up the victory in whatever match that he pulls it out in, don't you think? I do think that we are maybe in an era where these avalanche version of moves are just signatures now, because they're getting kicked out from, right? You've got this guy kicked out from, John Cena's avalanche AA is getting kicked out from left, right, and center by pretty much everybody at this point. Anyways, this is just a long-winded version of me saying that Cody should have won with this move if they were going to have him pull it out. Cena versus AJ Styles is the best rivalry of Cena in terms of match quality. They always had brilliant chemistry with each other and always delivered match of the night. Ding, 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 ding. You are on the money. I entirely agree with this statement. I do think that AJ Styles gives John Cena the best matches of his career. I do think that Cena versus AJ is Cena's best rivalry from an in-ring match quality perspective, as you're saying. I don't think it's his greatest rival. I don't think it's his greatest rivalry, because that entails storylines and promos and whatnot. And although their matches have been great, and even their storylines were solid when they were feuding with each other in the 2010s, I think that the likes of CM Punk, Randy Orton, and Edge have told better stories than John Cena and AJ Styles. But yeah, I'll agree with the sentiment that this is Cena's best rivalry from match quality, because it's just consistently amazing every single time. The Roman Reigns and Jey Uso storyline was exciting tonight, but I'm not so sure if it's going to stay great as it's been in recent weeks. I hope I'm wrong, but in about 2 months from now, I don't know if the prestige of the storyline will be better in quality. I do think I see where you're coming from. It's hard to bank on this storyline being as good as it's been consistently moving forward, and I think I know the reason for that.
Wait till I buy a new car and put my tune in it, my tune chip in it.
Man.
I should put it in my dunk. Bro, I need to buy a new house. I need to buy another house, I mean.
Would you need another house?
Jay,
You just need another
Bro.
safe, nigga. You don't need another house. You need another
how do I
house.
buy another safe?
Buy another safe.
Ain't no way
I'll
you
do that.
already fucking filled up your safe that fast.
Just
I
nigga.
don't know. I'm about to go check it back out. I'm gonna go check it out. I couldn't put nothing else in there.
Like 5 of them bitches.
Well, your house is big enough to have 5 safes. My house is a
Nah,
little.
it's not in one house, nigga. The fuck?
Oh, you got more than you got 5 houses?
No, nigga.
Oh.
I just like to be protected.
Wait, how do I get my gate to work?
A nigga locked up.
How do I get my gate to work?
Pray.
Like all I do is hit it. All I do is hit the gate with my car and open it. Like I can't shut it or anything. I lock it.
Hit F3.
Who?
You nigga, you the only person talking.
Oh, F3? F3 on my keyboard?
Yeah, when you get home.
I
And
bet.
fix the door. And then lock it.
That only
From
works.
F3.
That only works with MLOs.
Oh, damn. What he got? A shell?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Never mind.
What is a shell? What is that?
What you got? You got a trap house.
In the middle of the mountains?
Yep.
How much the real houses cost?
However much they cost online, nigga.
Shit.
I need to buy a house like you, but a little smaller though.
No, sir. You can buy my house if you want.
How much?
I'll show you the property.
How much you want for it?
Like I said, how much? He said, I'll show you. Right then and there.
I already know it's gonna be like. I already know it's gonna be like 20 mil.
Yeah, I don't think he was talking in-game money.
Right, nigga. You don't know how much I pay for this house, IRL, nigga.
IRL. You got the house in IRL?
No, I'm saying I paid IRL money for it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh.
That's how you get all that other shit for it.
That's what I'm about to do.
And it come with 2 safes. It come with 2 safes. It come with your own parking shit. Parking lot, driveway, whatever it is. Nigga got a movie theater in it. Got a game room. Got a drug room. Okay.
Wait, I do have FN3. I press FN3 in.
FN3?
No, not. I meant F3. I meant. And it bring up the house menu thing.
Yeah,
Did I do it right?
But can you fix your gate with the F3?
Let me see. Hold on. I got to get over there first.
He can't fix that. He wants to make his doors automatic. Them shits is not automatic.
Yo, I got sniped. That nigga's up there.
Where? Oh shit.
Border True Energy sign.
I got you, baby boy. I got you, baby boy. Get up. And I killed his ass. Kobe, nigga. Cause H-Dot couldn't do it. H-Dot's a bot.
My house is kind of broken too. We got water. Like you gotta swim upside the stairs.
That's a good feature. You got an indoor pool.
The nigga got an indoor
You got an indoor pool.
That nigga got an indoor pool on his steps. It's crazy.
My car too. Yo, what was wrong with my car, bro?
Nigga got a built-in slip and slide in his house.
Where the fuck is the high red?
Nah, niggas sniping.
Yo, this nigga deep as fuck. Shooting at me.
Pause.
That is not. How is that pause?
You said this nigga is deep as fuck?
Okay, I'm not saying he's deep inside me. The hell? Like, what's up? No, that ass. You and your little fucking porn game and shit.
I don't even watch porn like that, nigga. Now.
Oh.
How you know about the porn game, nigga?
I literally saw it when you were sharing your screen. Like, what?
You ain't see it when I was sharing the screen, nigga.
You act like we didn't go into your Steam library when we was finding your shit for that the graphics.
How you know that was a porn game, nigga? It's not.
Cause I searched it up and I was like, nah, hold on. And then I seen it. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
You gotta play it. It's a fight.
I'm good. I'm good.
What you mean? It's a
Nigga
fighting
piping.
game.
Niggas say you gotta play it. Nah, I'm good, gang. Like, I'm straight.
Yeah, this nigga stupid. Damn, I got hit by a tank.
Nigga, I got hit by a fucking helicopter.
H-Shot seen that shit. He downloaded that shit that night.
Wow.
I do not have that game, sir.
What's happening?
I do not have that game. We can do a Steam check right now.
Do not install Pure Content Manager.
That nigga said, I'm getting that shit right now.
Wow, H-Star. That's what you was on that night? That nigga was playing State of the Patch.
Nigga was out here playing Los Gatos last night.
Yo, that man was playing State of the Battery. Oh, shit.
I had to see what EG was looking.
Yo, that man was a freaky man.
My boy climbing to the sky. Where you going to, my boy up there? Where you going?
Nigga, I'm sniping. Like, leave me alone, bro. Yo, there's a nigga up here.
Let's go. Come on, I got you.
Oh, he sees me. He sees me. Hey, da! Get that nigga. Yeah, revive me. Thank you, twin. Thank you, twin. Damn, what the fuck was that nigga sniping from all the way up here? I can't see shit.
Oh, I'm getting hit.
Bow! He's right there. Look, he's right there.
Oh, where? Pow! Look at that RPG, nigga.
Yo, he just clapped my shit. Nah.
Hey, yo.
Nah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Whoa, that nigga. Yo, he clapped my shit. That's crazy.
No.
Yo, if you wanna be thinking all gay and shit, that's you. But don't be bringing that shit towards me, nigga.
Hey, yo.
Bro, I'm tired of
I
this shit.
cannot control this stupid Mustang, bro.
Things out here riding around in tanks. Oh, there's jets. Let's go get the jet. Oh shit, nigga.
Nah, ain't no way that nigga was waiting just to surprise attack a nigga. Oh, H-Star! Está ahí.
Yo, stop beeping before I get mad and shoot you.
Thank you. Pick me up. Thank you. All right, let's go. Where the fuck? I got sniped again, my nigga. What is going on, bro?
I didn't even know I have a back way to my house. Oh.
Nah, this nigga H-Star left me. Wow, I just realized. H-Star.
It says my door is not broken.
Oh, nigga hit me in my ass cheek.
Cancel house rent. Let's start. Sell to the moon.
Now we getting our ass kicked. Ooh.
Oh yeah, I'm so. Oh! There was an enemy. There was a foe. Foe. What's Kmar at? Kmar, what you doing, Kmar?
Yeah, what's good?
What you doing, Kmar?
Just here, chilling.
You just here chilling?
Yeah. What's good?
You know, just relaxing.
Well, my safe at my house. It's not here no more.
You in the server?
Yo, who, me?
No, Jay.
Hell no, I'm not in the server, nigga. I'm at war right now. I'm in Iraq.
Hey, my safe missing.
Who took the nigga safe?
You can go back in.
I keep my keys.
Bro, yeah, my safe missing, bro. Ain't
My
nothing
keys.
else. Nah, I just get bucked. Someone just come to my house and buck me.
Alright, so he sets
You got robbed, nigga.
Oh,
this
yo, I can't play
Who
this
robbed me though?
big shit.
Who
The
robbed me?
goon.
New
The
jet
goon.
available. Hold on, how do that?
The goal. Who's that?
The goons, nigga.
The goons. Let me get my save back.
Nah, ain't nobody robbed you.
It's like, bro.
You remember where you put your shit? Like,
Yeah, it spawned in the middle of my floor, and it not there. Did it like change location or something? And it literally says I still got the safe, but it's not. I don't know.
so hit locate safe, nigga.
How I do that?
The F3 menu.
F3, then
oh
locate
god, bro.
storage.
This is annoying.
Yeah.
It's G. Oh, now it's here. I bet. Dude, no, my save only got 1,000.
Oh, anyway. There you go.
I gotta be gay, bro.